Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Poppies fans, as my microphone just cuts itself out. Already looking to see this might be an issue throughout the game. But we are here at Victory Park for this Vanarama National League North fixture. It's Chorley versus Kettering Town. It's been a long journey to get here, including probably one of the most complicated entrances into a ground we've ever been to. We've been around about halfway of Chorley, seen a lot of it before we eventually were shepherded into the right parking space. The team are here. We have team lineups, and we are probably only more or less than 10 minutes now from kick-off. So not long to go. Alongside me, as per usual, is Mr. Paul Cook.
Good evening, Ed. Yes, it was a very interesting journey, like the Krypton factor to actually get into the ground. Very, very difficult indeed. We thought that Merthyr was bad enough, but certainly wasn't easy to get into the ground. Teams are on the... well, you can see the teams on the computers, I would have thought by now. But if not, I'll just go through them for you. Kettering Town teams like this. 1 is Rhys Davies, 2 Connor Barrett, 3 Rhys Sharp, 4 Luke O'Neill, 5 Connor Johnson, 6 Chris Smith, 7 Callum Powell, 8 is Connor Kennedy, 9 Jerry McDonough, 16 Claudio Afusu, and 11 Harrison Neal. Your Poppies subs tonight are 12 Jordan Crawford, 14 Gary Storer, 10 Lamine Sheriff, 15 Alex Brown, and 24 Kyle Perry. So virtually the same side as that 4-0 win against Blythe on Saturday, just with Claudio Afusu coming in instead of Lamine Sheriff. And as we're talking about Sheriffs, you may have seen on social media that DeCarry Sheriff has gone out on a month's loan to Peterborough Sports. That's from today till December the 14th. So we wish DeCarry all the best on that. Getting some game time as well. So this will be the first game against Chorley, the Magpies, as they're known, since 1989-90, when Kettering drew 2-2 here at Victory Park with goals from Robbie Cook, a brace from him. Kettering won the home fixture at Rockingham Road in front of 1,152. Cook on the score sheet again, and Ernie Moss. Both of them sadly passed away since then, of course, and will be remembered as goats of this club.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Chorley have had a very good start to their season, currently in third place, 25 points from 14 games. They beat Gloucester City 9-0. That's our FA Trophy opponents. And I think it was just Connor Hall who got 2 goals. The rest were all scored by other individuals, but a 9-0 win. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games without defeat. And they lost on November the 6th against Hereford 1-0 at Edgar Street. They lost the opening game of the season against Brackley Town here at Victory Park, but are one of the in-form sides and will need looking at, that is for sure. They beat Leamington 1-0 on Saturday with a goal from Connor Hall. As I said, he's their leading goal scorer with 5 league goals, and Kettering will need to watch him this afternoon, or this evening even. Well, it's my first visit to Victoria Park. I didn't come here in the 80s, but it's an old-fashioned ground, and I like to see these old-fashioned grounds. And it is our view is a bit restricted, though. We are in between some metalwork. One goal partially obscured by the staircase leading up.
I'm fine. I've got a brilliant view of it.
Ed's okay. I can't see anything as usual, but then a lot of people tell me that anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So the teams will be coming out in a few moments, and Kettering will be looking to build on that fantastic 4-0 win against Blythe Spartans on Saturday. But this will be a completely different animal. As I say, Chorley have done exceptionally well and are planning for a top 3, top 4 position in the Vanarama North. It's a rainy night. It's covered on 3 sides, or 2.5 sides, should I say. There's just a small stand behind our right-hand goal called the Frank Powell stand, and the rest of it is undercover, an old-fashioned ground, which is great to see in these modern Lego constructions that we see all over. And it looks like it's going to be an entertaining game this evening. Just one note that Isaac Stones is not available, although he may well be on Saturday. But as I say, Kettering have got the same team all but one of that team against Blythe Spartans. Blythe line up in goal is Matt Unwin. 2, Adam Henley. 16, Adam Blakeman. 5, Scott Lather. 6, Lewis Baines. 10, Willem Tomlinson. 8, Mike Carverley. 7, Billy Whitehouse. 11, John Eustaby. 9, Harry Cadwell. And 27, Connor Hall. Their subs are 15, Mark Gooderidge. 3, Harvey Smith. 13, Ollie Shenton. 12, Jacob Blythe, and 90, Melenik Ali. Got some good names in that side. Billy Whitehouse, the number 7, of course, must be about 90. He played for Kettering in the early 1990s, 92. And, of course, Harvey Smith, the show jumper, he's back playing football then for them at number 3, Ed.
I would probably say, and I'm just taking a stab at this one, arguably not the same people.
Well, you would hope so, wouldn't you? But you never know. Harvey Smith did stick 2 fingers up, didn't he, which he was renowned for in his day. Well, teams are in the tunnels, and it looks like some noises going on in the stand behind us.
The buzzer for the away dressing room to let them know that we're ready to enter the pitch. The Kettering team are not yet lined up, so I think it's them who are holding proceedings up.
Martin Beedsworth, up the poppies. Yes, totally agree with you there, Martin. And it is Chorley that are in the tunnel. Kettering and Conor Kennedy just appeared as well. Chorley in black and white stripes, black shorts and black socks a la Newcastle United. And Kettering playing in all red, not green, as the colours don't clash. So Malk's been busy with the washing over the weekend to get that kit ready for
he has, and of course it's
tonight.
worth mentioning the Vanarama's campaign along with Shelter for the Boxing Day fixtures, where all clubs are being asked to wear their away kits where possible to raise awareness for homelessness. It's easy for me to say. A very good cause, and hopefully one that is reciprocated across English football. But there wasn't a lot of crowd in here about 10 minutes ago. They seem to have all appeared from completely everywhere, and the terrace, rather large, impressive terrace behind the goal to our left, is filling up quite nicely.
Well, they've had 5 attendances at over 1,000 this season, 2 at over 900 and 1 over 800, so it could be deception in front of you, but yes, it looks quite healthy. It'll be interesting to find out what the crowd is tonight, see if they've there's 1,000 against Leamington, who don't travel well with their fans, but we are playing midweek, so I would say if Kettering bring 100 fans, we'll be looking over there, which possibly is the way, and I can see 3 directors and 2 fans. So
I've counted 8.
8 fans, is it? Marvellous stuff.
That's not including the steward that's there.
And there's a steward there also, we're not going to count him.
I've seen a few of the old guard in the stand here as well. As the teams make their way out onto the pitch, it is Chorley versus Kettering Town FC. We are here with the loudest tannoy in world football.
That tannoy is louder than it is at the Houston Astrodome, Ed, I think, and that's a loud one as well, believe me.
Well, you hear about structures being seen from space. I think this tannoy can be heard from space. It is a very overexcitable tannoy operator, and his volume pedal is probably just a little bit too high. But no doubt you'll hear that, as you will do, probably not even needing to listen to us. You'll probably just hear that back in Kettering anyway. So here we go.
We'll leave you to it.
Yep.
Number 3, Reece Sharp. Number 4, Luke O'Neill. Number 5, Connor Johnson. Number 6, Chris Smith. Number 7, Callum Powell. Number 8 and captain Conor Kennedy. Number 9, Jerry McDonough. Number 16, Claudio Ofosu. And number 11, Harrison Neal. And your Magpie starting lineup. In goal, number 1, Matt Owen. Number 2, Adam Henley. Number 16, Adam Blakeman. Captain number 5, Scott Leather. Number 6, Lewis Baines. Number 10, Willem Tomlinson. Number 8, Mike Cowley. Number 7, Billy Whitehouse. Number 11, John Ustabashi. Number 9, Harry Cardwell. And number 27, Connor Hall.
There we go. So it's still going.
think he must be advertising him to be a town crier. That's certainly the loudest tannoy I've heard in this league, if not in league football. But
mighty. And away we go here at Victory Park. We're underway. Kettering kicking from right to left as we look, as you said, in that all red. And it's over on that far side. It's Barrett who lets that go out of play for a throw-in. Going to be left for Luke O'Neill. What's the crowd there, says Martin LeMay. Well, we just talked about this. You probably came in just a tad late. Healthy, not a lot from Kettering. A big up and under forward. Jerry McDonough's going to look to get underneath that, but be Usain Bolt to get anywhere near that. Straight out of play for a goal kick.
Well, let's hope there's more than there was against Leamington here, but then Kettering haven't brought many fans, which is a long way on a Tuesday night. And if they had as much problem getting into the ground as we did, they probably still trying to find out how to get in. But there we are. Goal kick and Irwin to take this in all yellow. Everyone massed around the centre of the park. It's played along. Cardwell couldn't get there, but on the far side, Hall throw into Kettering. McDonough heads up, takes the bounce, being pressurised by Baines. Fusu has the ball, gets it to Harrison Neal, flicks it, gets through to Powell. Powell on the byline, takes a touch, another touch, threads it through, but cut out by Tomlinson. And
again, you sort of think whether he needed to do those step overs. Fosu has the ball, stolen them off him back down that area, and it's stolen back off the Chorley player again, and stolen back off Neal, clipped down towards Fosu, who is offside on the far side. Good little passage of the play that for Kettering in the first minute and a half. Yeah,
it shows their intent, doesn't it? Certainly not scared of going forward, and rightly so after that performance on Saturday, which was attack. So let's hope that they can continue in that vein. It's a tough ask tonight.
John Ramshaw gauging the importance of this game, stood there with a coffee on the touchline.
Yes,
he's nice and relaxed for this game. I don't quite know where ours is, as that goal kick goes all the way through and is dealt with by Johnson. I'm not sure actually, Smith or Johnson I think it is. The back three like to interchange shirt numbers, so we don't really know who it is.
Johnson, I think it is.
Johnson, yeah. Johnson wearing the number 5 shirt today, and Smith wearing the number 6. Of course, last week it was completely different, and before that, anyone's guess. So Rhys Davies all in blue. Now in front of the Chorley fans, who have a large amount of them have moved their way over to the Frank Powell stand.
It gives a better perspective for how many are in here, doesn't it? Now it looks like there's quite a few.
Nice Chorley welcome for Rhys Davies there. We won't repeat what is chanted over his goal kick. Bit of head tennis going on at the moment. Still going, and that's still head tennis. Hasn't touched the floor for about a minute and a half. Now it goes. Powell breaks free. He is pulled back by the number 2. Wasn't a lot in it, but
no, I think if
enough to make the referee make a decision.
Powell could have probably gone on there, but he felt a tug at the back.
To be honest, I think he'd overrun it and felt the tug, and that was basically his advantage.
Nothing like feeling a tug.
you fiend.
I thought I'd get one in quick. And it's going to be Powell or Harrison Neal over this. Powell runs away, so it's dead ball specialist Harrison Neal to take it. 2 in the wall, just outside the penalty area on the left-hand side here at Victory Park. 0-0. You're listening to Poppers TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, as Harrison Neal lines up to take this. Still nothing happened yet. Referee's blown the whistle. Neal goes there. It's towards the back post, headed over by McDonough, and that goes for a goal kick.
I actually think it was Johnson who got there ahead of McDonough, and part of me feels if he hadn't got a touch on that, McDonough probably would have been in a better position to have nodded it in. But good start from Kettering, it has to be said.
Ward injured. No, Ward isn't injured. He's just not in the squad at the moment. He has travelled this evening, Ben, so that's where he is. If you have heard that DeCarry Sheriff has joined Peterborough Sports on loan for a month, as the ball's played out to Powell. He's playing it out wide to Sharp. Sharp, left-footed, puts the ball in, so takes a deflection, and it's a good turn there by Cardwell. Played the ball, but Sharp gets there first. Was going to pass it back. He's under pressure. Sharp gets the ball, but plays it straight back to Henley. Henley, right-footed, puts the ball in. It's headed out by Connor Barrett, and that should go to Afusu. It does, but Afusu puts it out of play, and that will be a throw-in to Chorley on the far side. Good period of play there for the home side, and very, very lively by the number 9 for the home side. Throw-in then on the far side. Hasn't been taken yet. Comes in, it's headed out by Barrett. Finds Tomlinson, but then has the ball. He gets the ball back to Tomlinson. Shot blocked, and sharp pull back then, nothing given. Gets the ball, a bit of a tangle, loses possession of the ball. There might be a shot here. In comes the number 7, fires one in, and awful effort by Billy Whitehouse. First there, he skewered that one by, and was harmlessly into the Frank Powell stand, and no danger, but slipped by Sharp, given the home side the first half chance of the evening, and it was well wide of Davis's goal. Places the ball down on the 6-yard line. Fans behind there going to give him some nice abuse, I would have thought. Yep, they did, and it's towards McDonough, who wins the header. On to Afusu, traps it, does well, turns, gets the ball out on the far side, but unfortunately Barrett can't get there, and that goes out harmlessly for a throw-in.
We have had just over 6 minutes in this first half so far. Kettering have had a good chance headed wide by Johnson, and then that shot, like one of my golf shots from Chorley, shanked wide, but here they come again on the left-hand side, a side that have yet to lose at home this season. That's a high one in, should be the goalkeeper's. Easy, no, it's not easily taken. Goal for Chorley. Rhys Davis dropped an uncontested ball, and it was just open net for the Chorley man to nod into.
Well, that was poor goalkeeping from Davis. You thought he caught the ball, he patted it out straight onto the head, open goal, and so Connor Hall gets his 6th league goal of the season, and it was a poor effort from the Kettering goalkeeper, and he won't be happy with that. Gave the goal away, basically. You can't do that at this level, and Kettering find themselves a goal down very early doors here at Victoria Park. Kettering get us underway then, and it's straight away as Connor Kennedy blams the ball forward towards McDonough. He won't get there, it'll be shielded out for a goal kick, and is. It's kept in actually, and now it's gone for a Kettering Town corner. McDonough did very, very well there. I thought it would be shielded out for a goal kick. Ed, that was an appalling goalkeeping error, wasn't it?
Well, I must admit, that's probably the easiest goal Connor Hall will ever have to score in his career. You have to be there to score it, of course, but
I think I could have got that at my age.
Yeah,
it would have been
very, very rare that I say I could have scored that and mean it. But at that stage, I think I probably could have done. Corner for Kettering, no chance to hit straight back. Needs to be a good swing in. It is headed away at the front post, though. Won't appease the Kettering players who are waiting for it in the box. Long forward is cut out on the halfway line, but Neil does his best to get it back, which he does. Forward, flicked on by Kennedy, away by the back line, brought down in the middle of the park, and Chorley will bring it away down this right hand side. Powell can't cut it out. It will fall to the Chorley man, the number 7, Billy Whitehouse, who has the ball deflected off Kennedy for a throw-in.
Ben Freeman, that's what the pitch is like. Well, it's green.
And actually relatively flat.
Yeah, it looks okay, to be fair. It
nice
had a bit of rain on it, I think, so it might cut up, but overall it's a good surface to play on as Henley puts the ball square into the centre circle for Lewis Baines. Baines advancing forward, passes the ball near to Tomlinson. Tomlinson plays it out wide, but he's back with Tomlinson. He flicks it through, and Davis should have come out for that. He's left it to Smith. It
Where
comes
me
through.
and you differ, Paul. There's absolutely no way I'm looking at my goalkeeper coming out for that.
Well, I'd have come out and cleared it, but it doesn't matter.
Would you? How long ago was this?
1968. But it's put forward a good chance here, but Smith will shield this, and it goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. But Kettering look a bit fragile at the moment. But plenty of time to go, obviously, in this game. We haven't mentioned the referee. His name is Dale Baines.
Hopefully that's the last time we have to mention the referee
He's
today.
obviously related to Lewis Baines, who is the number 6 for Chorley.
Let's get the
nepotism out the window.
Yeah, let's get it all ready. Get the excuses in. No one challenging that header as the ball went forward. Smith manages to loop it back forward for Powell. It should be shielded out by Henley, which in fact it is. The referee hasn't actually decided to tell us which way the throw-in's going. I presume it's a Chorley throw-in, but it wasn't actually an indication. Does help the fans in the stand if the referee actually tells us what's going on. Headed back by Sharp. It'll be another throw-in as it lands on the roof of the stand. Worked about 15 yards from the original throw-in. Thrown backwards. Closed down by McDonough, but he should get away, the Chorley man. Lofts it forward. Underneath it is Johnson, and it's deflected back again. Connor Johnson has to deal with this. He's missed out on the header. He's offside. No, he's not. Apologies. The linesman started to put his flag up and then put it back down again. Either way, this time was a nice, easy catch for Rhys Davis.
Well, the one was easy. Should have been.
Well, yeah, which he did do well with. Luke O'Neill. O'Neill sold Neil a bit short there. Neil to O'Neill again. Plays the ball down the line. Should be easily cut out. Harrison Neal has the ball back to Connor Johnson. Johnson sprays the ball out left to Sharp. Sharp plays down the line for Powell. He wasn't offside because you were the one playing him on there. The shout from Scott Leather. Throw in for Kettering. Sharp has it. It's about 20 yards away from the touchline on the left-hand side, so you'd expect some form of long throw-in. And in fact, yeah, no one's even offering him a short option, and all the centre-halves have gone up as well.
It's quite a tall back four, isn't it, for the home side? So Kettering, there was some work to do. McDonough hopefully will be involved in that. Chris Smith has gone up, and there is Kennedy. It comes in, it's headed over and headed back to Kettering. There's a chance for McDonough, but it comes to the top of his head and goes off harmlessly for goal kick. 0-1 then to
1-0.
1-0 to Chorley even. And a mistake by the goalkeeper, unfortunately giving Chorley a gift. Christmas is next month, but he certainly won't get anything easier to score than that. So Irwin placing the ball on the 6-yard box on the right-hand corner. Taking his time with the goal kick. Delivered straight to Connor Johnson, who heads it back towards Powell, but Powell won't get there. It's in Powell has got there now, but Henley has done well and fended him off. Henley beats two Kettering players, does well. He's back with Tomlinson on the halfway line. He's now taking it forward, plays it square on the middle to Tomlinson, puts it out wide. A good ball from him. Right on the far side, the ball comes in towards the back post. There's the number 9, straight at Davis. Cardwell there looked like he was in the score number 2, but his header was quite weak. It went to Davis, who collected it on the goal line. But another chance for the hosts. Davis clears the ball away. It goes harmlessly into the Chorley half, straight to goalkeeper Irwin, and he places it down. Cardwell finds Hall. Hall finds Calvi on the other side. Intercepted by O'Neill. He hooks it forward. Goalkeeper comes out of his area. An offside flag goes up eventually, as it was McDonough who was offside. Kick taken quickly. Whitehurst with the ball intercepted by Connor Kennedy. He finds Neil. Neil to Sharp in the Chorley half. He puts out Powell on this left-hand side wide. Powell goes down the wing. He's got Sharp behind him. Not going to use it. Puts the ball in. Poor from Powell, headed out, and that will be a Kettering corner down in the latter regions. A throw-in to Kettering, and this should be Sharp who's going to take this. So that should be quite a long throw. And let's hope there can be some confusion in that 6-yard box and we can be given a gift like Chorley were given early doors by Rhys Davis, who won't want to watch that on any highlights. But in comes the throw-in. It's gone to the near post, headed on, and it's going to be Whitehurst who clears the ball. Does he, though? No, he doesn't quite. It's a bit of a melee in there. There's Neil. He's headed on here. McDonough can't get a foot to it. And there is Whitehurst who'll just ram the ball away. And it comes off McDonough for a throw-in to Chorley, unfortunately. But
I've not been impressed with the throw-ins from...
For anyone that's lost a pair of reading glasses, they have been handed in and they can be collected from the club office.
There we go.
Well, I hope you caught that, because we could.
Yeah. I've not really been impressed with where Rhys Sharp has been putting these throw-ins, but the aftermath of them has been causing a few issues for Chorley. The initial one seems to be dealt with, but then they don't get the ball away. They sort of play about with it a little bit too much, and that might be where Kettering get a chance, because so far their back line has been a little bit reluctant to do the dirty bit and just clear the ball as high up the pitch as possible.
That is true. It's going to be a throw-in to Chorley, and it's by the halfway line. It's taken. Sharp wins it, gets it to Kennedy, who gives it away straight to Cleverley. Intercepted by Smith. He finds Harrison Neal. Neal puts a long ball down for Powell to chase. He won't keep that in, I don't think. He may well keep it in. He has, but in doing so, gives an easy ball for Chorley to clear. And Whitehurst with the ball. It's cleared again towards Hall. A good flick by him, and away. Great challenge there by Connor Johnson as Utasby was away, but again Chorley in the Kettering half. Blakeman passes the ball onto the far side. Tomlinson plays it long here for Whitehouse. It's headed by Sharp. A throw in to Chorley. Remains Chorley 1, Kettering Town 0. And Chorley do look a decent outfit, Ed.
Yeah, like I say, we said before kick-off they are yet to lose a home game in the league, and admittedly they've been given a gift of a goal here. There's another looping cross in, and it's another dangerous one headed away this time. And Kettering should bring the ball away as Harrison Neal decides to lay off to Rhys Sharp. Sharp then clips down the line. It's over McDonough, but it is headed away by the back line of Chorley for a throw-in just in front of the Kettering dugout. So what have we had? We've had 18-ish minutes gone. 1-0 thanks to an early goal from Connor Hall as Rhys Davis dropped an uncontested cross straight into his path. Kettering now have the ball in the back line. They just need to keep the ball a little bit here, Kettering, and not try and force anything. There's a lot of football to be played. Just keep playing good football and you'll get some chances. As Sharp goes... I don't really know what's gone on there. It's corner for Kettering, but
should have been a foul, wasn't there?
Well, I think actually, I think everyone was waiting for the linesman to put his flag up to say the ball had gone out of play.
Paul Clark's not happy with that.
I don't know what was going on, but everyone stopped and then everyone carried on again. Play to the whistle and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Corner for Kettering anyway. Harrison Neal will be taking it on the left-hand side, so it'll be swinging inwards towards Matt Irwin, the number 1 for Chorley. Needs to be a good corner. This needs to beat the first man, and it comes. It does beat the first man, but it doesn't find a Kettering head. It is flicked away by a Chorley man out for a throw-in on the far side. Afosu leaves the ball. I'd imagine it'll be O'Neill from that side. In fact, no, Sharp's
going over again,
over there. So O'Neill stays guarding the only man at the front.
Since Kennedy's been back, he hasn't taken a long throw-in, and he used to be the prominent man.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Be interesting to see whether Sharp manages to beat the first man on this one again.
Yeah, his first attempt wasn't too good, was it, when it came in, but he's lining up.
It's a bit loopy. It hasn't beaten the first man, although again, it fell in a dangerous area. No, this time Chorley do get the ball away and the ball's held up. Barrett needs to... What? Yeah. Yeah. I think the Chorley man was a little bit too enthusiastic.
He was trying to mount Barrett, wasn't he, I think, you know, and...
Well, the other part of that is you'd say, well, it's not my fault that Barrett didn't jump.
That's
which
it,
is a
yes,
very good point. But free kick for Kettering, thankfully, because the home man was up and on his feet and ready to break away, and actually Luke O'Neill had scythed him down, which probably would have given him a yellow card. So here we go. It's O'Neill, I think, with this. Hit forward, headed away easily, and cut out by Smith, who the referee and linesman say it comes off last for a throw-in right in front of the away dugout for the home side. 1-0 then, if you're just joining us here at Victory Park. That is to Chorley.
Throw-in to be taken by the home side. It's Henley. He gets the ball back from the throw-in and finds Cadwell, puts a good ball on the far side here, and away comes Tomlinson. He's puts the ball in at centre. Goalkeeper comes out, collects it, and showing no signs of repeating his faux pas early doors, and collects it well. Bowls the ball out to O'Neill on the far side. O'Neill plays it to Owusu. Owusu turns, and the ball ricochets and finds it's at the feet of Hall. Rather fortuitously comes inside. Good attempt here. The three captain players in the road as Connor Johnson gets the ball away. Gets it to Neil. Neil takes it out wide to Sharp. Sharp under pressure. Gives the ball away straight away though. And it is Whitehouse with it at the moment. He gets the ball back to Tomlinson. Tomlinson right-footed. Intercepted this time by Kennedy. He plays it long. The man forward is McDonough, but it's beaten two by Leather. He finds Chris Smith, who finds Luke O'Neill, who finds the namesake almost in Connor. Well, dear, that was poor stuff by Connor Barrett, wasn't it? And he just boots the ball out and gives Chorley the possession. Paul Cox not happy with that, and probably rightly so. Kettering get possession and give the ball away straight away. Jordan Crawford is in fact warming up, very early doors for him. Throw-in been taken. Henley, still Henley. Gets the ball intercepted by Johnson. Johnson plays it long, but an impossible attempt for Powell, who turns round and looks disgusted at the attempt that he was given. And that will be possession to Chorley. Long ball. Intercepted by O'Neill. He plays it out wide again, and a hopeless ball from O'Neill, who puts his arms up. No one chased it. That's two wasted balls in succession, and Kettering's game plan isn't working at the moment. Certainly isn't anywhere near the sharpness of Saturday, but then they are up against a better outfit than the team on Saturday. Perry gets out of his tunnel, out of his box, and starts to run up. Throw-in been taken. Sharp wins it. It's hoofed forwards. White has pushed the ball through. Hall going to chase it. Intercepted by O'Neill, who clears it, but goes straight to a Chorley player once again, who plays it back to Whitehouse. Whitehouse on this wing, beats one. Has the ball again, puts a lovely ball through. There is Cadwell, gets the ball in. Must be a goal here. And Kettering did well to stop that. That was Barrett who stopped it, gave the ball to Davis, who bowls it out. Owusu on the halfway line, plays a poor ball. An interception by Chorley, giving the Kettering players no chance. Some of these balls, it comes in early. It's a goal. Should be a goal. Cleared off the line. Another mix-up there on the penalty area. And Chris Smith on the line hooks the ball away as there was a fumble, almost an own goal. Kettering are at the rails at the moment, and it's a corner to the home side. Could have been 2-0, should have been 2-0, but rather fortunately cleared off the line, and it has gone for a throw, not a corner. I'm sorry about that. It's gone for a throw-in, and it would have been another gift of a goal if that had gone in. Throw-in been taken. It's played right back here to Baines. He plays it back to the goalkeeper, and Kettering advance up the park. Paul Cox can't be happy with what he's seeing at the moment. We're not happy seeing what he's seeing at the moment as Davis gets the ball, and he collects it. Takes a few moments to breathe after that almost shock. Chorley player behind him hopefully was going to distract him, but nothing happened there. He puts the ball down just inside the penalty area, delivers it, and towards McDonough, who's beaten to it, but Kennedy gets the ball back in. Offside not given, and the ball is back headed to Matt Irwin. 1-0. You're listening to Ed Palmer and Paul Cook here at Victoria Park for Poppy's TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Your local brewers. Beers can be found in the social club. Goal kick taken. It's headed by Caldwell, and it comes off Neil. Will be a throw in on the far side. Gone very quiet here at the moment. So throwing on the far side, halfway in, well, 2/3 the way in Kettering's half. Comes in here, but a good tackle there by Connor Barrett. Gets it to Harrison Neal. He takes a turn, plays the ball for Sharp, who's going to get on his bike and goes down here, being chased by White. Who gets the ball to Afusa, who's changed sides. Offside, says the referee. Flag goes up. That's 2 or 3 times Afusa who's been caught offside by a yard or so.
The goal was run on 7 minutes. That's home 7 minutes for the golden goal, sponsored by Hot and Spicy Peri Peri Grill. You can collect your prize in the social club after the game.
If you heard that in Desborough in Northamptonshire, then you're doing well, because it was that loud. But it will be a free kick to be taken by goalkeeper Matt Irwin. Delivers it. There is O'Neill, heads it towards McDonough, who heads it wide, but Powell can't get the interception, and the ball is long here. There's a chance here, and Davis comes out and picks up right on his line. I thought he was going to fumble that one. Not giving me the old butterflies tonight, Ed. And it is number 9 Caldwell that's causing him the problems going forward. Hasn't delivered the ball yet. Some of you have been saying that Ed's mic is crackling, so he's going to change microphones. Delivered the ball through to Afusu, but he can't get there. It's clear, just hooked away by Chorley. And Smith beats Thompson to it, but he puts it out in doing so. Good work there by Hall. And a throw in to the Magpies. Just while we're on, it's a little way off yet, but the Poppies face York on Saturday. Another long trip. The throw-in hasn't been taken yet, so you're missing nothing. It's still and looks like Darren Young won their version of the Klondike. He heard it loud and clear. So let me know what the prize is, and we can share what it is. Throw into Kettering, then it's Sharp with it in front of where we're commentating from almost. He's been told to go back a few yards on this right-hand side. Ed has now changed microphone, so hopefully that
might work. It might not.
It might work.
Hey, nice. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if it's working or whether it's still causing issues. But I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Sharp. McDonough heads on. Powell can't get there, and Neil can't either, as Cadwell is beaten to it by Connor Johnson. Luke O'Neill plays it out wide to Barrett. He can't get there, and Powell can. He chests it down, turns, and is nudged, but still gets the ball, then loses it. And Chorley put the ball out for a throw on the far side. So now it's too loud, apparently. I don't know if that's the microphone or if it's the announcer. Much louder, thanks. Well, it's good that you're listening into it. Let's give us we haven't got our producer skills on here at the moment, so we've got no headphones to tell us what the sound levels are, even though the dials do work. Connor Kennedy heads the ball forward, but finds Powell. Powell plays it out wide to Luke O'Neill. He's beaten to it. The ball gets back to O'Neill, but he loses the ball, and it comes off Connor Johnson, thrown by the halfway line, quickly taken by Chorley going forward. Chorley player has just been fouled. Like he fell over to me, but I think that was Eustabisi who's gone down, and it will be a free kick on the far side, halfway in Kettering's half. Connor Johnson been spoken to by the referee. Looked quite innocuous to me, but then I'm a little biased, I suppose, when it comes to Kettering commentary. But he did seem to fall down rather easily, and the referee picked up on that. So it'll be a free kick on the far side, and it'll be pumped into that area again. Davis is organising his back line. Whistle goes. It should be taken. In it comes and headed up by Connor Johnson. It could go anywhere. Smith gets it out. Can Harrison Neal get there? He can't. There's another foul by, I think the number 5 was going for the foul, Leather, but he got it. Harrison Neal pushed him in the back. And this is at an angle now on the right-hand side. And you establish Blakeman will be taking this one. He's right-footed. Left-footed, sorry, I'll get them right. I've only got 2 feet, got them both wrong. Actually, I had a drink as well, but it is the number 16, as I say. Woolcock say losing the hole, but in it comes left-footed. It comes right down there, headed a flick on there. Oh, brilliant save! Absolute magnificent save there from,
what a save
from Davis. It looked like number 2 all the way. It was flicked on. It was going towards the goalkeeper's right. Somehow he got down to it, rather like Banksy. Tipped it over the bar. And not the artist, no, the goalie. And he tipped it over there when a goal seemed certain, making up for that awful error that he made in the first 7th minute of the game. Brilliant save from Davis, and redeemed himself for that one. It's a corner kick. It comes in again. It's headed out, flicked in by Whitehurst, then hooked. Hits Johnson and cleared by Barrett. There's only Powell up front. Powell gets the ball. There's nobody with Powell. He goes one way and he's sandwiched and goes the other. And Henley mops up, does well for the home side, clears the ball for a throw in. Still can't get over that save that Davis made. It was an absolute blinder. Looked like a goal all the way. Back header going into the bottom corner. And somehow he got something on it. Tipped it over that bar and produced another worldie. That he's done a few of those this season, but it still remains Chorley 1, Kettering Town 0. The all-important goal scored by Connor Hall on 7 minutes. And the referee is having a word with McDonough. I think he might have got blood injury. Rachel having to come on to wipe his nose. So it will be a throw-in when we're ready. It looks like it's going to be Sharp to take it once again. And so there we are. This game needs Kyle Perry. So we shall see how that pans out a little later. But at the moment, we're still in this first half. There's only 1 goal in it. A very fortuitous goal for the home side. Got an early Christmas present. And we're back underway now as the throw-in is about to be taken. As McDonough's still being treated off the pitch. Comes in, easily headed away, but back to Sharp. Sharp, left-footed, puts the ball in. It's headed in. Oh, it's almost a goal there from who was that? That was Smith at the near post, but it was blocked and cleared. Kettering get possession again as Ofusu is out there on the wing. He's got nobody with him. Little push in the back there, nothing happening. He might not keep this in. And it is a throw-in to Chorley, right down by the corner flag. And it is thrown quickly. McDonough still not on. Kettering down to 10 men for a moment as Chorley get the ball towards Caldwell. It's headed back by Chris Smith. Again, Barrett gets the ball to Neal. He's lost the ball straight away as Tomlinson hoofs the ball forward. There's a chance here and a foul, says the referee, on Connor Johnson as Caldwell was a one-on-one with Davis. And Hall not happy with the referee nor the crowd. I thought it was blatant, but then I would. And McDonough is down here now. We're getting ready to come back on, so Kettering will be back to 11.
He has to be checked by the referee first to make sure that
he's got 2 noses. And
on he comes, deemed okay to be playing from the referee. Well done to Rachel again, who has got him shipshape and Bristol fashion. Long it goes, headed away by the Chorley defence. Kennedy lofts the ball out to Sharp. He will probably lose this header, and annoyingly hasn't won anything else from it either. Smith doesn't foul the Chorley man according to the referee. I thought that was nailed on personally, but Sharp, Johnson, Kennedy, apologies. Cleared away. Neal tries to get there. No, says the referee. And again, I thought that was probably a foul. Barrett shoots. It's long, but straight into the hands of Matt Owen Lowe. I thought there were probably a couple of fouls in there from Kettering that the referee probably could have given, personally.
I didn't see it.
Of course he didn't. No, okay, Arsene Wenger, calm down. but I thought the one from Sharp was, and then Neil I thought did catch the Chorley player late. Good header from Smith. Barrett needs to win this one, which he does, although Powell had dropped deep to get it. He will get it now anyway, thanks to a Chorley head, but it will be a Chorley throw-in as he cannot control it on the far side. About 10 minutes to go in this first half. It's still 1-0 to the home side after Rhys Davies produced an early Christmas present for Connor Hall. That's up into the air, not out of play yet. It's a bit scrappy, comes off a Chorley man last. So it'll be a Kettering throw-in halfway inside their own half. O'Neill is taking it. Stealing a fair few yards at the moment, Luke O'Neill. Slipped by the Chorley player, still manages to get up and head away. Headed back by Johnson, brought down by McDonough, couldn't find a Fosu, and Smith was playing everyone on side there, so it has to be dealt with by O'Neill. Oh, sensational. Lobs it over the head of one defender and then knocks it past the next one. A bit of mix up there, but Smith eventually says it's mine, I'll take it. Cuts back onto his right foot and then has nothing on, so goes all the way back to Rhys Davies, who is looking for an option, goes short to Johnson, back to Davies, has to kick first time to Kennedy. Kennedy does one flick on it, has come off a Chorley man though, and it will be a Kettering throw-in. We have lost again as Sharp fouls the Chorley man, and no advantage, so the referee blows the for the free kick. Nice to have Jesus listening to us, James Jepson.
How are we, Jeppo?
Could do with some divine intervention tonight.
We're going to if you could produce a miracle or two, it'd be quite nice. A goal would be good if you could sort that one out for us.
Yeah. Our way, obviously, and the referee says he wasn't ready for the free kick to be taken, so we go
like
again.
But
the free kick, the ball is now about 70 yards away from the free kick, so we all now have to wait whilst the ball's returned.
Yeah, since COVID, there's been a lack of ball boys, I think, around. Or
helps Chorley that, actually, because the free kick was overhit and was probably going straight through to Rhys Davies. Although after the earlier mistake, it's not necessarily a gimme.
Himself, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Okay, are we going to equal that out?
We'll equal that out.
Okay.
Well, unless we don't score, then he's going to be blamed for it.
Yes.
But,
it's a long coach ride home for him.
Long coach ride home, yes, and it was a lovely journey down,
wasn't it? So much fun.
So much fun.
Anyway, we'll retake this free kick now that every Chorley player is now perfectly positioned to do something with it. Flicked on at the back post. Penalty, says the referee. Must be honest, wasn't too sure what happened there, but Kettering players unhappy.
Well, that's the fourth penalty Kettering have conceded this season. The previous three have all been scored, and this looks like it's going to be another chance for the home side to double their lead for half-time. And just when Kettering are getting back into it, it seems, again, intervention. I mentioned divine intervention, but it worked the other way. Thanks, JJ. And can't see who's taking this at the moment, but the referee's blowing his whistle. Connor Hall apparently takes it. 2-0. And Davis went the right way, but couldn't get a hand to it. And Chorley extend their lead. And it's going to be a difficult task now for Kettering to get back into this game. And 2-0. Looks like they're going to be a substitution. No.
Second goal for the Magpies, scored by number 27, Connor Hall.
Well, there you are then. You heard that from probably sometime in Paynton that time you could have heard that one. But it's poor news for Kettering fans if you're just tuning in. It's Chorley 2, Kettering 0, a gift of an own goal and a penalty. Nothing going Kettering's way at the moment. And I'm not sure who got the penalty away. It could have been Connor Johnson or it could have been Chris Smith. There was a melee in that.
I'm honestly not sure.
There's a Chorley player gone down, a head injury now as well to stop play again.
I don't actually think it is a head injury. I think it's back, but...
Well, that's Connor Hall's 7th league goal of the season. And there's a bit of a chatting going on here down with the linesman and Sharpie and a few others involved while this is
See
going
whether
on.
Chorley have announced to the who gave it away. Doesn't help. There we go.
Connor Hall's second brace of the season.
Well, it's Cardwell who was fouled, but no mention of who fouled him. So we're not sure. So we won't
Procrastinate on that one.
No.
We'll,
someone in red fouled someone else in white and black, and it's now 2-0. So it'll
wants
be
the ball.
Well,
Surely say
it's
it's
surely
their
Kettering's ball because it was stopped for Chorley's benefit. If it's Chorley's ball, then it should be kicked back to Rhys Davies. I'd imagine now it will just be drop ball and we can play, which we have.
So,
Well done, the referee there. Davies hits very long, flicked back header by the Chorley man. Good back header, has to be said, straight to the goalkeeper. McDonald's got to be very careful as he was running in to challenge for that header. His eyes weren't on the ball for a lot of that. Straight on the man. Could have been an issue had there been contact. No one challenging that header there. Thankfully, Johnson gets it away. Offside is the Chorley man. No, he's not. Good save by Davies. Wow.
well, it came off Davis straight into the path of Sharp, and Sharp's didn't know anything about it, and it arrived in Davis's hands for the second time. Well, that was number 3. I mean, Kettering living on a tightrope here at the moment. They've gifted 2 goals away so far, a penalty and a Christmas present, and that was almost number 3. But well done for Davis for keeping alert and keeping the ball out. It's a throw on the far side to Chorley in their own half. It's delivered, won by Connor Barrett. It goes out for another throw-in, and Kettering certainly in a game now. 2-0 down here at Victoria Park. They were unbeaten here, having won here 1-0 and drawn 2-2 in previous games. But this will be a test of the bounce-back ability, I think the word is. I hate that word, but I thought I'll throw it in. Whitehurst heads the ball through. It's coming forward again. Smith clears the ball towards Afusu. He's beaten to it though by Henley. Whitehurst goes down. Henley puts one in, headed and wide of the Kettering goalmouth by Connor Hall.
I have to say,
going for his hat-trick.
Smith has made some big tackles in this game, but all you've got to do, and you obviously can't on radio, but we'll relay it to you, is look at the way the back line is set up, and Smith is always the deepest one. Johnson and O'Neill seem to step up, and Smith is there. Again there, he was the one playing the Chorley man on. He did well enough to put him off, but it's, Kettering got to be careful because they can't afford to be 3, really. It's a bit of WWE in the middle of the park. Referee says both players at it. Again, personally, I thought that probably could have been Kettering penalised. Awful cross in from Barrett. Straight along the ground. That is cleared by Chorley for a throw-in for Kettering. Barrett had the player in a full Nelson there at one point. McDonough can't find Powell, and it's hooked away again by the Chorley back line out for a throw-in for Kettering. That ball has gone over the fence, so we will need another one. If the referee calls for another one, that would be really helpful, because the home team aren't going to give it without being asked for it, because the home team aren't going to give it at all, as Paul Cox is the one actually having to give it.
Very unsporting there of the home side not delivering a new ball. We'll remember that when they come to Lasma Park.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's really the ball should be ready to go as soon as they realise it had gone out over that fence, but you don't have to bring one on until the referee asks for one, but then you really sort of do have to bring one on. Paul Cox being forced to go over and retrieve a ball from the home dugout to kick over. Here comes Sharp then, Afosu. Goal before half-time would really help Kettering, although Afosu has been beaten by Henley, and it should be away. It's good football this from Chorley, under pressure, although they played it across goal and Kennedy can't quite get there, and Chorley bring it away and play very nice football going forward as well. This would be a fantastic goal if this was to go in at any point, although Smith does well enough, and then Kettering play some nice football, getting it to Kennedy, who then just hits it forward for Powell to try and get past two big centre halves. That was not really too sure about that decision, to be honest. That's missed everyone as it comes across the park for a Kettering throw-in inside the Kettering half. Well, Kettering had done well to get out of a sticky situation here down on the touchline, and then it was just clipped almost aimlessly forward, hoping that it's going to go over the defence and Powell will run onto it.
That's happened in past games, hasn't it? But it's not working tonight, and they need plan B, really, I think, rather just lumping the ball forward.
Surely a third in the league, and they're not third in the league for
no reason,
you know. See, I wasn't there Saturday. I don't know how close this is to the style of play.
None whatsoever.
Oh, okay, fair enough. From Kettering, I mean.
None whatsoever.
Okay. I was going to say, if we're playing similar to Saturday,
it was a lot more accomplished than what we're
seeing
this evening. There wasn't any mistakes at all on Saturday, but there have been a few today as Neil comes in. Powell can't get there, it's hooked away. Connor Johnson wins that, and then there's a foul. Johnson, I think, is going to go into the book. He's fouled Connor Hall, and Connor Johnson has been waved over by the referee.
Doesn't need to do it.
He didn't need to do anything.
He won the
there.
header. The ball was
header.
off. He just don't know whether it was just frustration or what, but he just
doesn't look like that.
Grappled him onto the floor again.
Doesn't look like he's going to book him. He's getting a stern talking.
Yeah, he's called Kennedy over as well and said that is your last warning. What have we got on the clock? Well, I need to start getting graphics and things ready because we're
almost there. It's 45 minutes on our watches as Peter Short joins us from his photography. There might be a chance here just at the half-time whistle. It comes through. Shot here comes in. Almost an own goal, but it is cleared by Kettering. It was a good chance. And then there's a foul. Referee says that he dived, much to the disadvantage or the noisy home crowd. Don't agree with that one. And Sharp clears. But again, Chorley giving Kettering a bit of a panic in that penalty. It's back in there again. It comes off Caldwell. It goes for a corner though. And the final touch came off Chris Smith. So just what you don't want, a corner just before half-time. And Paul Cott's going to have a lot to say at half-time in that interval to get Kettering into any form of playing in this game. It's not the side we saw on Saturday. Different opposition, obviously. Different style of play from the opposition. But Kettering have accomplished themselves well in certain areas. But when it's mattered, they haven't. It's a corner then being taken, not yet. We're still waiting for it. Comes in towards that back post, goes over everybody, comes in, brilliant save at the near post. It was volleyed, and there goes the half-time whistle on a high note for young Rhys Davies, saving a volley from about 18 yards. And the team's coming off, but Rhys Davies saving a certain third goal. Well, it's been a disappointing half for the few travelling fans that have made it from Kettering. Kettering troop off, and there's a bit of an argument here between Connor Kennedy and Afusu, not happy with each other, and that'll have to be stamped out at half-time. And still, there's a bit of argy-bargy between the two players. So things not happy in the Kettering camp, and certainly things not happy on the park. As it is half-time here at Victoria Park. It's Chorley 2, Kettering Town 0. Ed and myself are going to have a few minutes rest and be with you in the second half for full coverage. Hopefully a better performance by the Poppies in that second period.
Well, welcome back to Victory Park. It's not a great first half for Kettering, 2-0 down to the home side, but there are going to be 2 substitutions for Kettering. It's going to be Crawford and Storer on, and Barrett and Afosu off. Might as well have not said anything and allowed you to listen to the tannoy, but there we are. So there we are, the 2
he's gone off. He's not.
And replacing number 16, Claudio Afosu, is number 12, Jordan Crawford.
So all you Crawford fans out there are going to get 45 minutes of him. Let's see what he can do, see if he can get Kettering back into this game. Had a chance on Saturday getting glory, spooning a shot from 6 yards. He's got longer now to try out that, and Storer replacing Connor Barrett. Kettering kicking from left to right, and Chorley kicking towards the end. I can't see. So it is ready to kick off here. You're listening to Poppers TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, and referee is looking at his watch, and there we go. It is White House. Get us underway, gets it back to Leather. He plays it along, and Powell gets away with this one, but straight away is robbed by Henley.
Looked like it was close to the face, that one, and Powell has said as much. The players all over the deck at the moment. There's a free kick Kettering's way for one of the collisions that happened in the space of about 10 seconds. There's a Chorley man on the floor. He's now back up. I think that's Mike Calverley over there.
Just while we're on here, Storer's 146 appearance for the Poppers.
Yeah, I'll start getting a graphic ready for his 150th soon, I think.
Become the 23rd Poppers player since 1979 if he does reach that milestone, but it is a free kick to Kettering, and Davis will be taking this. Pumps the ball forward towards McDonough, doesn't reach him, cleared by Chorley to O'Neill, but he gets straight to Connor Hall, does well, gets the ball out to Whitehouse on the far side. Whitehouse beaming down, puts a shot in. It's cleared by Kettering as 2 Chorley players. We're going to just tap that in. McDonough gets the ball, does well, turns. Big, powerful, strong player, gets the ball out, but don't think Powell will get there. It goes out of play, but wow. Henley would have got there.
The linesman on this near side has got a very, very powerful running action. When he's in full sprint, he has got a... It's a sight to see. We'll see whether the highlights catch it. I think Chorley are definitely recording it from one angle. They may be recording from another. Picked up in the middle by Connor Kennedy, who, as we said, had a disagreement with Afosu at half-time. Afosu hasn't returned from the dugouts onto the pitch anyway. I don't know whether he's down there on the dugouts yet. But here come Chorley again. Kettering just losing the ball in these areas, and now Chorley to come forward, still going. Chris Smith was out of position. There's a chance here for Chorley across. It will be a goal kick.
Well, that's 2 attacks down that side so far as we've just
not even down the side. The majority of that attack was down the middle, straight down the throat.
It doesn't look good, does it? If that continues, that's only minutes into the second half. They've had 2 chances, and luckily for Kettering, the lead hasn't been extended. But Davis will be taking this goal kick, rather fortunately to be just 2 down at the moment, and we'll wait and see what happens here. Jordan Crawford hasn't touched the ball yet. He was almost about to, but it goes out for a throw-in. Storer would take this right in front of our commentary position on this in the main stand. Gets it to Harrison Neal. He turns, flicks it forward, and foul on Storer. Nothing given there. Neal to Crawford, who loses the ball in an aerial battle, won by O'Neill. Storer flicks the ball, ready for McDonough to chase. The number 6 there.
Interesting.
Lewis Baines fires the ball.
Felt he had to make up for. Felt he had to do something with it. I don't really know whether he did. He just he chested it and then just, like you say, just hit it straight out of play behind him for a corner. Sharp is going to take over on this near side. So left-footed, swinging in towards Matt Irwin. New ball needed. It is, as a steward stumbles trying to get the old one on. Don't throw it, don't throw it. There we go. Good game awareness from that steward to not throw another ball back onto the pitch. This one was returned by the Chorley bench, I have to say. And it comes, oh good.
Good punch, wasn't it? Yeah. The keeper did well as 2 Kettering players at the back there, Kennedy and Connor Barrett. Johnson were there ready, but a good little touch by Irwin in front of the Kettering fans. Probably about 20 have made it behind the goal there, and a few in the main stand. But long midweek, can be a long throw-in. Crawford wants a short one. Referee has stopped play. There's a bit of argy-bargy in there, and Crawford comes back to his original position. Referee's happy now with the WWF in the middle. It's a long throw-in. It won't beat the first man. It hasn't. Powell's got it on the edge of penalty area. Loops it into Kennedy. Kennedy on the edge of penalty area. Chests it down. He's got two round him. Still Kennedy. And between them, they conspire to losing the ball. And O'Neill gets a foot in as Connor Hall was bearing down on him. And Kettering ball. Throw in to be Storer. Storer gets it to Neil, back to Storer. Storer on this byline puts one in, right-footed, headed out, and that might go to, it has done, gone to Hall. Cadwell wants a foul. He backed into the Kettering player, nothing given. Powell's not going to get there. There's Storer, heads it towards McDonough. He's got the ball, can't control it. It's passed back by Baines, but only towards Harrison Neal. Kettering offside. It's a poor ball in, though, by Neal. And good chest by Cadwell, only towards Neal. Towards McDonough. McDonough gets it to Powell. Powell loses the ball again, and Chorley come away with Cleverly. Good work here. Cleverly getting the ball, slipped the ball forward to Cadwell, puts the ball in, and it will go for corner on the far side. So end to end at the moment, and it looks a bit ominous for the Poppers at the moment, as it's going to be the first corner of the second half, considering that also that they've had a couple of chances in that second half. Chorley on the near post give them a chance to fire one in. Only Powell up front for the Poppers. Everybody else in the Kettering half. It comes in centre. Referee blows, and looks like it was offside over there. Push in the back, I've been told. So push in the back, a free kick to Kettering Town. You're listening to Poppers TV Audio with Ed Palmer, who's back, and myself, Paul Cook, here at Victory Park for Poppers TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. I hope they're coming over to you. Clear, or at least clear. Taking on to McDonough, he's beaten to it. Storer gets a foot to it, does well, pumps the ball forward towards Powell. Powell won't get there. Miscontrol by Blakeman, and it's a Kettering throw-in, which Sharp will trot over to take, which means one thing.
It means it's not beating the first man, is what it means. So
yes, you're right.
It is incredible, though, that they don't beat the first man, but no Kettering player has decided to stand in front of the front man.
No.
They're all
one-dimensional throws, aren't they,
all
as
being
well?
held. You know, it's always a Chorley header that gets there. Well, in all fairness, Jerry McDonough has got two men on him at the moment. In it comes. It does beat the first man this time, but doesn't beat the third. Holding, don't hold him, Connor. There's a foul in there, yeah. Connor Johnson holding him all over the shop there. Did that in the first half as well. It's always picture perfect from the first one.
Yeah, it's a shame, wasn't it? But again, nothing going the Poppers' way at the moment. But still plenty of time to get back into this game. We're not writing them off yet. And I'm sure that Paul Cox would have drilled it into them in that 15-minute interval. And also he's got them on that bus on the way back if needs be. But we need a result. We don't want a dreary bus on the way back. Play back underway as Irwin pumps the ball forward towards Cadwell. And it arrives at Davis, who collects it quite easily. Trots was going to bowl it out, decides to kick it, does so. And straight to leather, and then cleared by Chorley, intercepted, and Chorley get the ball back again with the number 10 Tomlinson. Has had a good game so far. He finds Whitehouse, who falls over actually and puts the ball out, so that will be a Kettering throw-in. Don't know what he was doing there. Probably found the only hole in the pitch. But
if you managed to, yeah. Must be a divot from the first half over there. interesting stand, isn't it, opposite us, the Ronnie Pilkington stand. There's about 5 rows of seats, but they are suspended about, what you say, it's a good 10 feet
10 foot in
off
the
the
air,
ground?
yeah. There's about 20
Not
in there,
suspended,
isn't there?
they're not
No.
hanging. No, that's probably the wrong word to use.
Yeah,
But they're in a raised stand, but...
the Ronnie Pilkington stand, yeah.
and on top of that is a gantry, much like the one you find at Latimer Park. Headed away, isn't cleared. No, Harrison Neal just lofts into the area. He's not getting involved with play. It's nowhere near an offside. Kettering need to win this. Kennedy does. He plays it out to Storer. Storer keeps it in, but he will give possession away. Still going. Still going. Although Harrison Neal makes sure that that goes no further. Storer, ball in. Headed towards the back post to McDonough. McDonough, right foot, tries to pass it across goal. And it stayed in play and Chorley clear away. He needed to probably put some power on that, Jerry McDonough. He tried to be too cute and sort of pass it into the far corner, allowing the back line of Chorley to get something on it. Good flick on, and Crawford has now brought the ball down out to Storer on the right-hand side. This is better so far this half from Kettering. There's no one near Harrison Neal, who's being urged to shoot. He was on his left foot though and doesn't. Plays it into Kennedy, who will shoot. It's deflected absolutely everywhere and cleared away. Should be picked up by the middle of the park, and a naughty little takedown from Harrison Neal.
Yep, free kick to Chorley. Let's go back. That's Kettering's 4th conceded penalty of the season. They've only been awarded 2, so one of the seasons where Kettering are not getting too many penalties. Goalkeeper Irwin is coming up to take this, just outside the D in their half. So it comes in long, pumped into the penalty area, headed on and out by Kennedy. It's only found an overhead kick by the number 3. O'Neill has to do the same, get rid of it. Jordan Crawford can't get there. Tomlinson can. Plays the ball. Poor back pass actually, but the goalkeeper collects it right on the byline and sends it long.
Regardless of the scoreline, words will be had from the goalkeeper about that back pass, I think.
I'd have thought so, yeah. He wouldn't be happy with that, would he? As it's hoofed out and O'Neill's underneath it. And it is a Chorley throw-in. Ustabisi has got this throw-in. Hasn't taken it yet. Not much movement for him. Fires it in towards Cadwell. He wins the header. Cleared by Kennedy. There's Crawford in the middle, but he's beaten to it quite easily. Ustabi again has got the ball. Plays it to the 27 and robbed this time by Harrison Neal. Now Neal got a bit of man on coming in, but he got the ball out wide to Crawford. Crawford beats one. He's going on the byline, comes inside, tries to beat 2, does well. Crawford. Good skills from the youngster, puts the ball into Powell, and Powell's little flick doesn't trouble the goalkeeper too much. 2 Kettering players looking to come onto it, but he collects the ball and can't really count it as a shot on target, but the goalkeeper had to go down low and gather the ball as Storer was lurking to tap the ball should he get an opportunity, but he didn't, so it still remains Chorley 2, Kettering 0 as Storer clears the ball long towards McDonough. So back header, McDonough goes down. Ustavi gets the ball back to the goalkeeper Irwin, who pumps it on the far side towards where Chris Smith is located. Smith plays it high, and it comes a good tackle there, and Chorley win the ball. Good work there. I thought the ball had gone out, Ed, but
I don't know. The referee reluctant to give a lot of fouls in this game.
Yeah, quite the opposite to most, isn't he? But not a booking either for either side, which is good.
Well,
hasn't been a dirty game though.
No,
to be honest.
Probably incorrect, I have to say. I think Kettering probably could have had a couple, one either side of half time. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it yet.
Well,
Until it starts going against us, and then I will. Throw in for Chorley halfway inside the Kettering half. Looking for an option. It won't go long. It's not the style of play they put in. down that byline. They'll get another throw in, much to the frustration of Sharp and Crawford, who feel the linesman who's right on top of it has got that one wrong. This one may go long from Chorley. It's in a good position if they wanted to. They haven't, and no one's tracked the runner on the edge of the box, who lofts it in, and it's deflected up. No one was tracking the man on the edge of the box. The throw-in was straight to him, and danger. Callum Powell, not the man you want to be looking for as a target man. Ball is still in play, says the linesman. Good ball to Neil. Neil to Storer. Storer plays down the line. It's deflected straight to Harrison Neil, though. Neil cuts back, is caught. Yeah, he is just caught on the halfway line. I don't really know what conversations are being had there. Seemed a relatively straightforward one for all involved. Whistle, says the referee. The Chorley player still needs to move back. Still needs to move back. Still needs to move back. I'd say that's probably about 10. I think it's probably short, actually. But
short, isn't it? But, can't be any worse than the free kicks.
Harrison Neil then to put the ball in. It is a great ball in towards the back post. McDonough, good save. Must be something going in the water down in that goal with these saves.
Yeah, it's a blinder from Irwin. You know, he got down low to it, and it was definite goal-bound attempt there by McDonough. And ball played back though by O'Neill to Davis, who only could put it out. It was a pressure ball for Davis. Going back to the save by Irwin, it's his first real save of the evening even. And it was a cracker. As I say, as Ed said, they're missing great saves down in that goal mouth this evening, and that could have been a good chance. It looks like that the home side are going to make a substitution as Harvey Smith and his fingers will be coming on in a few moments, but at the moment it's a throw-in on the far side to the Magpies, headed on by Cadwell, and Cadwell again getting the rebound from the header. Kettering clear the ball away. It's pumped towards Powell. If Powell can keep this in, which he can't, it goes out for throw on the far side, and it might give the home side a chance to get their substitution on. Don't seem to be too rushed at the moment, as it is that they're throwing. It is Smith, as I say, who's coming in. Harvey Smith.
Presumably the player goes off the far side if it's enforced. I'm not too sure who is coming off yet. Number 7.
Substitution for the Magpies, replacing number 7, Billy Whitehouse.
So Billy Whitehouse is
number
off.
3, Harvey Smith.
If you didn't hear that, Harvey Smith is coming on. Number 3.
If you didn't hear that, I would think to go down to the hearing aid.
Yes, go and get them tested.
Shop and get them tested. 2. Ham sandwich. Yes. But so he's on. Of course, Harvey Smith, those who are equestrian in the 1970s will have seen a different version of the name and his gesticulation throughout his career that brought him notability. If you haven't heard of him, Google it. It'll be a good laugh. But it is still 2-0 to the home side. Throw-in being taken, and Leather gets the ball back. It's hoofed towards Cadwell. Has the ball, but it's headed away, flicked on. It's all head tennis at the moment. Jordan Crawford gets the ball towards McDonough. He's not going to win this. And a good tackle there by Baines.
Roles reversed there. This time it was Powell who you did want in that position, but it was McDonough. Great challenge that was, actually. He said by Baines, I think it was. It may have been. It
was Baines.
It may have been. Was it? Okay. Yeah. Long throw in from Sharp then. Please put your bets in now as to where this is going. Long throw, lots of pushing and shoving. Crawford can't bring the ball down, and Kettering throwing it. Chorley throwing it will be.
Interesting movement of the coaching staff down here. It was halfway down the pitch. I thought you had a technical area to be in.
In all fairness, none of the 3 Kettering coaches are inside the technical area either.
No.
They're more sort of guidelines.
Are they?
I think these years.
Right. Well,
I mean, Ben Marvin's practically on the pitch at this point. He's playing as a right winger.
Well, he might need to get on, I think, and give us a bit of a push, I think, if it can keep going. But the throw has been taken. It arrived at Connor Johnson, who plays it back to Davis. Davis fires the ball towards Kennedy. It won't reach him. It's reached Johnson, who pumps it forward again, intercepted by Smith, but he loses the ball to Crawford. Crawford can't get the ball to Powell, but Powell has got there. Plays it back to Kennedy. Kennedy, a bit of space, plays it wide on the side nearest to us. Good pass from him. O'Neill with it. Pumps it in towards McDonough, but poor ball by O'Neill over McDonough. Goalkeeper comes out and just falls on the ball. And
has to be said, throughout this whole game, Kettering have not won a lot of aerial battles, whether it be in the middle of the park or in one of the attacking thirds. All of the aerial battles have been won by Chorley. This one is unchallenged, so it's not necessarily an aerial battle, but again, McDonough loses out that one.
They just seem to be first to the ball all the time, don't they, Chorley? And when the ball
and
is
in space as well.
When the ball's cleared, it goes to one of their players, and they get away with it quite well. Throw been taken. It's back with O'Neill, who plays it square to Smith on the far side. Smith plays out wide. There is Sharp, plays it long for Kennedy. Kennedy being marshalled by the number 6 over there, but comes inside. Kennedy plays it to Neil. Harrison Neil hasn't scored for Kettering yet and won't at the moment where he is. He comes inside, gets the ball over, cleared by Leather. It's back to Kettering though, but well, that was one of the most impressive dives, although he was fouled, but he did make a meal of that one, didn't he? I thought
yeah,
it was almost artistic merit. 7.
It was almost Del Boy-esque, wasn't it?
Del Boy-esque, you know. I have been fouled, but I'm going to make it look very good.
Yeah.
Hollywood foul. So there will be a free kick to the home side. It will be Tomlinson to take it. He's left it though.
Already had 20 minutes of this second half, so about halfway through, nearly. Kettering need to start finding a goal and finding it from somewhere quickly. Again, another aerial battle lost there. Davis comes out to claim, doesn't get anywhere near it because Chorley get in the way. Cross in. Missed by everyone. It's fallen on this edge of the 6-yard box. Handball, says the referee, by the Chorley man.
Well, it was a scramble, wasn't it? And there is a player down on the line over there. It's a Chorley player. Can't see who that is. He's still down. Referee is indicating to get somebody on to sort him out. So play has stopped. 66 minutes gone here in this game. It is Chorley 2, Kettering Town 0. And both goals scored in the first half by the same player, Connor Hall. Won a gift on 7 minutes and a penalty to put Kettering under immense pressure. Second half has been fairly even Stevens, although Kettering really haven't caused too many problems, although there was a brilliant save from Matt Irwin at his near post, and McDonough thought he'd powered one in, but there we are, and the player won't go off the right side, and he won't come off the pitch.
No, he has to go off at the side if it's an injury. Don't ask me why.
He's got to come off.
Well, yeah, he has to go off.
A bit of time wasted here going on. He should be going off that side.
Well, yeah, he started walking off towards that side and then changed his mind.
Rule, but,
really know why it wasn't enforced. No, don't really know.
I'll make him wait longer to come on.
Yeah, fortunately not able to. Waved back on play. Headed out. Smith does win that battle. McDonough flicks on to absolutely nobody and Chorley clear. Smith nods the ball towards Sharp. Sharp brings it down, although he's in trouble. Had the ball stolen off him. Good work by Chris Smith to keep it, and wonderful pass to Jordan Crawford. Crawford couldn't quite get it through, but it will fall to Neil, who stabs the ball to O'Neill. Storer. O'Neill, lofty ball towards McDonough, who is battling, loses out again though, and cleared away, and Chorley have again another man on the halfway line able to pick up the ball under no pressure. Storer, good work, and then nutmegs the Chorley man, and O'Neill does a pirouette and gets the ball forward. O'Donnell can't get there. Powell putting some pressure on, still pressuring the Chorley man. Don't foul him, Callum. Good clearance, good work, brought down by Chris Smith on the halfway line though. Kettering just starting to turn screw a little bit and get to the point where they can.
Is that Peter Short behind the goal mouth there, getting the crowd?
It is indeed.
I thought it was.
He has an excuse in that the memory card he uses for his photos has ran out of space.
Oh, not that old one.
Yeah, so he has to go and
does he?
And stand with the fans. Kettering have been forced back to their goalkeeper, frustratingly, from on the edge of the Chorley third. Within about 4 or 5 passes, it's back to Rhys Davies, and Chorley aren't going to pressure him because there's really not much need. Brought down by Crawford.
Well, only if he got it on his chest, and Chorley going ballistic at the Liza for not
Chorley
giving that.
defence are not
livid,
happy,
livid.
And I wonder whether he's going to be careful here. He'll be talking himself into booking the.
I don't think the referee's
Chorley
brought
man.
a book out with him.
No, I think maybe the substitution being made, is it? It is.
It is, yeah. Number 12 coming on, which is Jacob Blythe. And
I'm not sure who's coming off just yet.
Can't see who it is. No, it's not.
It's not. It's
15. They.
Goodrich.
Substitution for the Magpies, replacing number 11, John Ustabashi, is number 15, Mace Goodrich.
Paul Cook seems to have lost something, probably his marbles.
I'm always dropping something.
Substitution has been made. I'll do the football stuff whilst you do life admin. Oh, it was a lid for a pen. It wasn't even. Okay. Throw in for Chorley.
Pen would have dried up if I hadn't put
Well. Flicked on again. One in the air by Chorley, and Harrison Neal tries to put the ball into the press area. Everyone here working on expensive equipment panicked for half a second. Which kind of Russian roulette laptop was going to be decapitated, yeah. Oh, chance here for Chorley. Offside anyway, doesn't matter, but Rhys Davies came barrelling out for it, and it has to be said, wasn't going to get there.
Last
like
substitution. Kyle Perry time, folks.
There we go.
And Kyle Perry will be replacing, I would think, McDonough. He usually does, and that has happened.
Number 9, Jerry McDonough, is number 24, Kyle Perry.
There we go, there's the usual substitution. It's either one or the other, and Kyle Perry comes on to the ironic cheers of a few of the Chorley faithful behind Rhys Davies. That's Kettering's final substitution of the evening. The ball comes straight into him. Gets the ball to Harrison. Harrison Neal gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy under pressure, loses the ball. And Chorley get the ball away. Ricochets off Kennedy. Plays it back in towards Powell, who then is fouled. And it looks like the referee has got a card with him. He has got a book with him.
He used the break and play to go and get it from the changing room.
Yeah, he must have used that break, as you say, to get his card out. That's the first booking of the evening. And
not sure who it is.
15,
I can see who's walking away now. Is it the player with him now?
It's the substitute that's just come on. I think Goodrich is.
Good area this for Kettering, it has to be said. Goals at 0-0. Kettering had a chance like this when Neal put it in and Johnson flicked marginally wide. I will actually try and get the right words in a second.
Let's just jumble them together.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, yeah. And it comes then. Ball in. Whipped in at the far post. Goal. It's a corner, isn't it?
Well, any touch on that.
Well,
and
Kettering, all of the Kettering players are claiming a corner. It looked to me as if the goalkeeper had got something on it. But a goal kick has been given.
Perry having a word with the referee, who is Dale Baines.
Perry having a word with the referee. You do surprise me.
Well, yeah, he just like a little chat with him, doesn't he?
Yes, he. That kick straight out of play, and Paul Cox there catching the ball better than Rhys Davies did in the first half. Again, another aerial battle lost by by Kettering, but they do win the throw in, and Luke O'Neill plays it back to Connor Johnson, who twists and turns and plays it across to Chris Smith, who has got a man on, plays it all the way out to Sharp. He sold him a bit short, but Sharp comes back and gets it, plays it to Harrison Neal. What?
Well, that's a foul by Sharp, isn't it? And I would think that Sharp will find his way into the book as well.
Neal, I think, actually. Referee didn't allow the play on when Chorley had about 4 or 5 on the advantage. Harrison Neal will be in the book, so having about 75 minutes of no bookings whatsoever. There's been 2 in about 2 minutes.
And there's another substitution for the home side. This time it is Jacob Blythe who's going to be coming on for the Magpies.
Interesting conversation going on between Paul Cox and the Chorley gaffer at the moment. Looks amicable, but still on the floor is the Chorley player. If they're going to make a substitution, do it now, unless it is the player who's injured.
Connor Hall that's down.
I don't actually know what the referee's doing. He's asking for the
ball
ball
to
be
ball, I suppose.
Brought back. The goalkeeper who is there, and completely ignoring that. And the Chorley player who ran back will get there at the same time as the goalkeeper who was 10 yards away. Any danger that ball might return to the position of the foul this century. Still waiting for it to go back. The defender wants to personally hand deliver it to the referee.
Yeah, longest. It could have been one kick, could have been there, but
there we go. He's actually gone a half of the length of the pitch to personally hand it to the referee.
Well, free kick then just inside Kettering's half. Eventually Edge woke up now because it's been so long by Tomlinson. It's put in, headed on, flicked on, and then it's still with Baines, but he can't do much with it. It's a melee, and there might be a shot here. Kettering can't get the ball out. It comes in. It's kicked away, and they've got it back again, have Chorley. Headed out by Kettering, and Crawford just blams the ball away in the hope that Powell can get there. He can't. And headed on by the number 16 there, who's done well. That was Blakeman. Back to the goalkeeper who boots the ball out. Headed by Smith. Trying to find Crawford under pressure. Bit of handy-pandy there, nothing given.
Can't be given handball either way there.
No, but they both stroked it.
Playing basketball there, the both of them.
Yeah. Well, it's gone a bit scrappy here, hasn't it? As
it
Kennedy
has gone very
the ball.
scrappy. That's a wonderful touch by the defender to stop that going through to Powell. What's going on here? Substitution for Chorley.
Yeah, Jacob Blythe making his way. This will probably take about 5 minutes.
It depends who's coming off. It'd be nice to know at some point today. The 9 is coming off. Cardwell.
Replacing number 9, Harry Cardwell, is number 12, Jacob Blythe.
Well, Cadwell has had a good game for the home side.
No, he doesn't need to turn back to shake hands.
And referee is going over now to hoof him off. They do take their time.
The referee might as well have not said anything there because he took no notice of what the referee said.
Can he go any slower? Referee having a word there with Connor Hall as Blythe comes on in a freshly clean kit.
Yeah, it must be said. The players who have been out there for the duration, the kits aren't clean. Certainly a lot of mud in the on the pitch at the moment. As you said, it probably would start cutting up a little bit. It has stopped raining now, but it was a lot of rain before kick-off. Flicked on Kennedy over the bar. Chance.
That's about the best chance Kettering have had, other than the block at the near post, but just over the bar from the number 8. Because he opened his account for the season with those 2 blistering goals against Blythe. Not sure what that was in the crowd, but someone must have dropped some hot water on their unmentionables, because the scream was incredible. But it will be a goal kick, and Irwin being urged to get on with it by the referee. It's into play and goes out of play. No, it doesn't. It's kept in. That was well done. Harrison Neal loses the ball though, and it comes off.
Throw in,
Chorley player for a Kettering throw-in. Time marching on here. It's Chorley 2, Kettering Town 0. Both goals in the first half as Perry is being manhandled. Harrison Neal wins that, gets it to Kennedy. Can't get there. Perry does, but it's kicked away by Smith. And Chorley in possession in Kettering's half, under pressure. Storer can't get there. Blakeman plays it out wide. It's a good ball.
Misjudged it.
Misjudged it, the number 2. That was Henley. Kettering throw in the far side. Sharp. And, been a better second half, I'd say, for Kettering, but still no potency up front. And Chorley have dealt with most of the Kettering's attacking moves quite easily as the ball finds itself back with Rhys Davis, who
We've
comes
got
out of his
about
goal.
11 minutes of this game to go. Still 2-0. Kettering need to start finding something as Luke O'Neill has ran the complete length of the pitch to play a wonderful ball through to Jordan Crawford, who fires across goal, but unfortunately straight into the hands of the waiting Matt Irwin. It's a good bit of impetus from Luke O'Neill. He saw a gap and just kept running. He scumped it.
On his previous outings for Kettering prior to this incarnation, he scored 2 goals in 19 appearances under Marcus Law in 2010 and got a good strike on him. So he has got ability of putting the ball in the net as the Storer plays the ball forward towards Powell.
Great ball.
Powell's got a good chance here. If he might take it on himself, he might do. He's taking 1, taking 2, fires a shot in. Has scored!
Oh, goal!
What a good goal that was from Powell. That gives Kettering a chance. Long range effort, bumps in front of the goalkeeper. 2-1, Kettering back in it.
Goal scored for Kettering Town by number 7, Callum Powell.
Well, hit it low and hard and you'll probably get something, but I have to say I think the defence will probably be looking at the goalkeeper for that one a little bit. It went through his hands, but they will be looking at themselves a little bit more because how the ball was being allowed to pick up where it was, and then Powell was just allowed to pick the ball up and take it on his right foot, which you should never allow Callum Powell to do, and there it is.
It was a very good finish indeed. That's 2 in 2 games for him as it's Sharp on the far side going well. He's got by 1, got by 2, and it goes out for a Chorley throw in by the corner flag. Sharp not happy with the attention that he was getting from the 2 Chorley players, but that's given Kettering some hope here with around 10 minutes or so to go in this game. So that's what the travelling fans, about 20 of them behind the goal mouth there. I'll blame Shorty, who's cheering on behind there for Kettering Town. Throw-in been taken. Headed on by Kennedy and throw in to Chorley. Kennedy not happy with that. Nor is Powell, but Chorley, of course, will take as much time as possible as they are winning the game here 2-1 at the moment. And throw still hasn't been taken. Ought to be a period like in tennis where you get so long to take a serve, isn't it? I think the same thing.
That's
with
how the rule should work.
Yeah, should try that as Johnson pumps the ball up towards Perry.
Practice won't. This really is like tennis though. Head tennis as it is finally brought down and given straight away to Jordan Crawford. Forward come Kettering. No, they don't because Luke O'Neill couldn't keep it in on this near side. That is frustrating actually from Kettering because they were under no pressure from that one.
Yeah, Paul Cox out of his dugout there,
Not
giving
happy,
it
is he?
instruction. He's barking it out at the moment, having a word with the ref as Blakeman once
Taking
again is
his time,
taking his
isn't
time with these throw-ins because they'll time waste as long as they can.
They will now at 2-1.
They will.
Just wonder whether...
there's a silly foul given there by Connor Johnson in a very good position. Johnson has the habit of giving away these fouls in very good positions or penalties, and one of the flaws in his game at the moment.
That's time this game that he has grabbed someone round the front and just hauled them to the ground.
There's no need for it.
Just
the player's
stand him
going
up.
nowhere.
Just stand. It's back to goal. Just stand him up.
Now
there's a chance for Tomlinson to put this ball in from the point of the penalty area on the left-hand side and cause issues. You'd be expecting Tomlinson to whip this in right at the back post and get it on target and see what you get.
Well, Leather's in there. He's quite tall, isn't he, as well? You know, he's going to cause a problem. There'll be Connor Hall waiting for his hat-trick. It's in a very, very good position. Only one in the wall. It's Crawford. Ball comes in towards that back post. It comes in
Misses
as
everyone. No one attacking it.
Poor free kick. Went nowhere. And,
well, you say that, but with the greatest respect, it's a great delivery in. Absolutely no one from Chorley ran forward. So I don't really know what happened there. Rhys Davis with the goal kick. We've got 6.5 minutes left of this game, plus whatever is added on by the referee at the end of it. Chance for Kettering to come forward and get something from it. I'm having a few wire issues over here.
Not now. It's a throw in on the far side. Taken.
On it goes. Headed not away. Powell was offside. Not given though, and Kettering have got another throw in because he wasn't involved with the play. Chorley starting maybe to see the finish line in sight and.
Well, it's going to be a long throw in by Sharp, isn't it? So,
well,
can Kettering
they have been causing issues, these long throw-ins. They've not resulted in a goal yet, but it's the second phase that you have to look at. It's gone over everyone, and it's cleared from underneath the bar. That almost went past everyone, straight into the back of the net from Rhys Sharp, as he gets another go at it, this time a bit further down the byline, probably about 15 yards away from the corner flag. It's on that left-hand side. In it comes again, headed away, back out to Sharp, who will bring it down, puts it back into the middle, cleared away, and Powell won't get there, and Chorley will counter-attack on the far side. Powell probably needs to take a yellow card here, or he needs to do wonderfully to take the ball off, but then he's lost it straight away again, and now there's a chance. Chance here! Great save! No, it's not! It's in! Game over!
Well, an explosive counter-attack there when Kettering had the ball, and a lot of fortune for the home side, but the breakaway broke away and slammed the ball past Kettering. Game, set and match. Tomlinson beating Rhys Davis at about 10 yards or so from the goal mouth, ramming it by him. And it was poor from Kettering, to be fair.
Take him out on the halfway line.
Yep, should have taken one for the team, should have fouled him.
2 chances to stop that ball going where it did.
Defensively naive at that, and that's cost Kettering where they were pressing for the equaliser. It's, I think, it's all over now, and Kettering consigned to a defeat here at Victory Park after looking very good to get a 2-2. Now find themselves 2 goals down again, and we're back underway as Kennedy
referee
trying
right
to get the
in
ball.
Connor Kennedy's way there as he tried to get the ball, and Kennedy is telling him so.
Throw in to be taken by O'Neill down on our left hand side. Throws it to Davis. Davis high into the night sky, but Leathers underneath it. It's hoofed back. A header by Chris Smith. Headed back. It's just almost through again, and Connor Johnson gets the ball towards Storer. Storer chests it down, plays it to O'Neill. He pumps that forward. Only Perry up front. Perry heads the ball, but heads it to the advancing Sharp, who can't get there. And away come Chorley. It is Blakeman with it for the home side, pumps it forward. A great ball there, and there is Blythe down on the byline. He comes inside, gets the ball back to Henley. Henley down by the corner flag. Henley's got Johnson in front of him. Wasting time down there, as they will do, trying to eat up as much as it can. It's on the centre circle, it's pushed back, and referee has given a foul against Kettering. And he wants a word with someone, and if it's Connor Johnson, then he's got to be careful.
Well, he's not been booked yet, so amazingly he hasn't been booked yet.
No, I thought he was going to be booked that challenge before. He might be going in there now.
And
he's off.
He's not been booked. He's not been booked. Connor Johnson hasn't been booked. He's not been booked.
That's not a straight red.
He's given it a second yellow. He hasn't actually been booked. Well, Connor Johnson hasn't actually been booked yet.
Well, he's got that down as a straight red, although he showed a second yellow. He's only had one yellow.
No,
the referee...
He said no, he's cancelled it out.
Absolute...
Incredible.
Nutter.
Well, that was absolute panic stations for a second when everyone to a man in the media area looked down at their team sheet and went, I don't think he's been booked yet. And the referee has admitted he's made a mistake, which is fair enough. But I think he, like everyone else, expected Connor Johnson to have been booked this game.
Well, I think he was going to book him for that foul earlier doors, wasn't he? But he didn't.
He didn't,
and
but thought he had.
Oh,
what
well, that could have been 4 from very close range, but he went over the bar. But I certainly haven't seen that in my coverage of non-league football, where he's been issued a red, and then certainly, well, after the game, yes, we've
837 the attendance, 837.
Thank you to everyone for the support this evening. Your Magpies man of the match is number 27, Connor Hall.
Letting know that the entirety of Lancashire know that who the man of the match was.
Yeah, we're going to start thinking about ours. Been a few casualties.
There have been a few casualties, I'm afraid. Harrison Neal is
can
always in
say
it
Harrison
every
Neal,
single
can't
game. Straight out of play for the Chorley man is off anyway. 5 minutes are going to be added.
A minimum of 5 minutes will be played for second half stoppages.
Thank you.
A minimum of 5 minutes time.
I think all of us.
For those of you in Burnley, if you didn't get that, it is 5 minutes of added time. And,
again, being the ever optimist that I am, a goal in the first minute of this stoppage time will make the last 4 interesting. But Kettering need to get it. Here's Johnson, the Lazarus, as he was sent off and has managed to rise back from the sending off.
We've had 2 rescinded before. Like Darren Oxborough has been sent off twice and been rescinded, and Yashin also was sent off and rescinded, but never on the pitch. We've had that happen. And the number 10 went down there. He's been bitten by Jack Russell, and it was William Tomlinson going down. So, well, the clamour to get Crawford onto the pitch has happened, but he hasn't really done a great deal. And he may be trying a bit too hard, but not properly match fit. I wouldn't have thought with just cameo appearances. But certainly was a better performance in the second half than that first one, although they've conceded 2 more goals in it. And Irwin kicks the ball out, it's headed on, flicked on towards Perry, interception by Harvey Smith. Perry can't win the ball, Smith wins it again. Sharp wins the ball, gets it over on the far side to Crawford. Chris Smith plays it long, but a nameless ball really just goes out anywhere, wasting the time added on. Well, we will be at York on Saturday, with a nice long day out. The new stadium, the LNER Community Stadium. Let's hope we're all on time. We took that one in. So eventually we will be thrown on the far side. Ed and myself will be bringing you the match commentary from Yorkshire lads. Ferry had been taken, and Chorley still will be unbeaten at home this season in the league as the ball's high. Storer underneath it, can't get their heads it down towards O'Neill. Slice there, might get to Perry. Perry flicks the ball on, but he can't get it to Kennedy. And Goodridge gets the ball over to the far side, and it's a throw-in. Of course, it's a throw-in to Chorley as the Chorley player goes down. Maybe a bit of cramp, I'm not sure, but there'll be another stoppage. It might not be cramp. His physiotherapist or sports therapist has been ushered onto the park. Well, Ed, we've got to try and think of a man of the match.
We do. Harrison Neal is the easy option.
Let's go for the easy option.
I think, I always say in quizzes, the obvious option is always the right one.
I think Luke O'Neill's done too bad, but
no, it's difficult to give it to a defender when you've shipped 3 goals.
Exactly.
Though, to be honest, if we hadn't shipped the 3 goals, you'd probably be looking at Rhys Davies if it wasn't for that mistake. Some of the saves in the first half were sensational.
They were, but
unfortunately that was marred within the 7 minutes when he dropped the ball straight
an
for
absolute Gary Sprake. For those who remember Gary Sprake, then you'll
not a clue. Anyway,
Sprakeism, I think they call it.
Yeah, I think we'll go Harrison Neal.
Yeah.
I think he's done
it's
awfully.
the safe option. But, still waiting for...
no substitutions left for Chorley, so if the player can't continue, they will finish with 10. He is up and walking, though. I don't think it will matter to them. There's probably only a minute or so left of the game.
Connor Hall, who's scored 2 goals in that... he's gone off. He scored those 2 goals in the first half. The gift and the penalty. So 2 gifts, really. But... although Rhys Davies did get near to the penalty, but it was well struck and gave the home side that 2-goal advantage. One they hold now, but it is 3-1 after the Poppies got themselves back into the game and were looking more likely to equalise. But then a breakaway counter move. They were punished as the home side continued their unbeaten spell and winning streak here at Victory Park.
It's all just quietened down now, hasn't it, whilst everyone waits for the full-time whistle to go. Can't be a lot longer left.
Also the lowest home attendance, league attendance of the season.
Someone appears to be building a shed behind me.
And the referee's got his book out again, I think. The yellow card coming in for someone. I'm not sure who that's going to be. Interesting decisions by the referee this evening. A lot of missed ones, but someone's got a yellow card.
But he must have left his books in the changing room at the first half, because there were about 4 or 5 challenges in the first half that warranted yellow cards and nothing. And then
I don't even know.
Connor Johnson got 2 yellow cards for the same tackle.
I presume a Chorley player got booked, but anyway, the free kick comes in towards Perry. He can't get there. Johnson puts it high.
Onside is he? Oh, it doesn't matter anyway, because the keeper picks it up and drops down to his haunches. It was Connor Johnson, the man who was sent off in the 88th minute, who got on the end.
Yes, who arrived like Lazarus, as he wasn't booked in the first place. Good refereeing there from Dale Baines, not. But
be thinking of that one. It'll be just his luck that there's an assessor here tonight as well, who will have picked up on that. But there we are.
Well, there goes the final whistle. It ends in defeat for the Poppies. 2 gifts really in the first half. Certainly one by the goalkeeper in the first 7 minutes. Then a penalty. Kettering got back into the game with an opportunity strike from Powell. But then a counter-attack sealed the game for the home side. And Kettering couldn't find that finishing touch that they could on Saturday. Consigned to a 3-1 defeat. That's the Magpies' first ever win over Kettering Town, and means that Kettering have played 3 here, won 1, lost 1 and drawn 1, and the away travelling continues on Saturday with a nice long trip to York. Ed and I were there to cover that for you, but we're going to try and get an interview with one of the managerial team, which should be on our website a little later tomorrow morning. The fans being applauded by the Kettering fans that have travelled, and that will be all from Ed Palmer and myself. If you could hear me over the tannoy, good night!